Running back Austin Ekeler, an undrafted rookie.
This guy, because I love his air guitar. This is a guy who no one had.
And really, Austin came in and really earned his opportunity.
We're up here right outside Mountaineer Bowl. This is where we played our games. This is where we had our grinds. Yeah! Have everyone pump up the crowd. Yeah, this is the first time I've been on this field since leaving, and this is what I used to have. This is what I used to play in front of. There'd be games, you could hear my mom, she'd be the loudest one in the stands every single time. Western State believed in me.
Austin Ekeler, running back from Eaton, Colorado.
It's a small community.
I mean, he was a kid that was just taking over the game.
35, 20, 10, touchdown, Austin Ekeler. Wow, what a play that was.
That kid works. Nobody's making him. He's making himself.
Station right here, man. The edge. That's where my session with rock music started. Heading to school, man. We got my senior seminar in oil and gas law this morning, so I have one more semester, and so I wanted to get it done. I knew the further out that I got that I didn't have it done, the less likely I probably would, and the more that I'd forget. First class of the day. Let's do it. Welcome to Boric, business building.
So here's the plan for today. We've got 3 companies that are presenting. So company 1, come on up. Show us what you got.
And some of the opportunities that we have in this area, I've kind of broken it down in between ones that we've created for ourselves and ones that have been created from external factors. Being back on campus, it's been different. It's been different for sure. I mean, I did decide to come back just because I loved my degree.
He's always engaged in class, turns his assignments in, and he's a good example for a lot of these freshmen to see somebody who's coming back and finishing their career.
Okay. From a smaller town in northern Colorado. It's called Eaton, Colorado. There's not many distractions out there. It's just me and my little brother, and so that's all we really had. Our closest neighbor was a mile away. That kept me on track of, the goal in mind that I had, and that was just, to be the best I could at sports at that time.
It was a year we were actually recruiting tailbacks. He's an explosive guy. I mean, his film in high school, I mean, he just makes plays.
In the corner, and he's cut free, and he's free. He's going to go for a touchdown. Touchdown for Eaton Reds.
I don't think we ever even had the conversation of him possibly playing another position.
West wanted me to do what I wanted to do, and that's what I liked about it. That's where our old weight room used to be. We called it the hole in the wall because it was really small. But this window, this used to be our old weight room. Used to have a little bit of stuff in here. It's where it all began my freshman year up here. All right, so this is our football weight room. We're very fortunate to have this. A lot of sweat, a lot of yelling, a lot of grinding in here with the boys. This is my favorite room out of it all. We got a record board over here. When I was a current player, running backs right here, I used to have every single one all the way across, and it was kind of, who can beat Ekeler, who can beat him out. By no means did I just come in and get the job. There was 9 of us fighting for one job. And so I ended up, rising to the top of that and then took off from there.
Here's the handoff to Ekeler, right side try. He's got it. Here he goes. 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. Yes! Austin Ekeler. And holy cow. And that was it, Steve. Oh, my.
Coach Baines and Coach Dove have meant a lot to me as far as my development as, in my college career. Coach Dub mainly being the person I worked with every day, and he just became a father figure to me. And I don't really have a father figure in my life, and so he played that role while I was here.
Austin's work ethic was just off the charts. The first day was mind-blowing. Great balance, worked hard, but in essence, he was the best guy on the field first day.
Hi, Austin. How's it going? I'm doing well. Thank you. It's a small school. There's only 2,500 students, so there's not a lot of distractions. I had school and I had football up here, and that's what I had, and that's, it was one of my goals to, make it to the NFL when I got up here.
I made him, I said, hey, I want a list of things you want to do moving forward, right? I mean, the kid ran for 1,000 yards as a true freshman, and it's like, what are the things that you want to do?
And so I wrote out my goals for him, and a bunch of numbers, you know, conference champions, all conference, things like that. And at the bottom, I didn't put any words, I just put the NFL shield at the bottom.
And he was a kid, like, you could look at him and go, oh, this might be a legitimate thing for this guy.
You know, Coach Baines mentioned he would, you know, allow me to have my scholarship if I came back and finished my last semester. So I just, you know, made the decision right there about 2 days later that I'm gonna drop out of school and go train.
Hard to believe, Dan, the opening night is still just around the corner here, 12 days away. Where is this club now, 3 games complete?
I think the starting 22 for the Chargers will compete with anybody in the AFC West this year. But tonight it's all about looking for backups on both sides of the ball.
This is Austin Ekeler taking on tacklers. This is Ekeler again. It's Austin Ekeler on the take.
He doesn't waste any time, does he?
He's tried so hard and done so much, and it all built up to this one moment where you're gonna find out whether you've made the 53-man roster, practice squad, or not.
Coach Lynn told us before the game he wanted to see guys change his mind. Do you feel like he changed his mind?
I can't say that. You know, I laid it all out there. You know, I did have some mistakes, like I said, but hey, I gave everything I got, so wherever the chips fall, you know, that's what we'll go from. You know, so I ended up making the team. It just became a train of people trying to call me. I had my trainers calling me, I have a coach just calling me, I had everyone trying to get a hold of me, cousins.
I just wanted to say congrats and, you know, now go show everybody else, you know, what they missed out on.
I am joined by Austin Ekeler. And Austin, what was your reaction of finding out you had made the 53-man roster?
You know, I was ecstatic. You know, the first thing I did was, you know, call my mother, you know, and let her know. She made sure, I better be the first one to know. And I talked to my mom mainly just about, you know, how far we've come, and you know, she just started crying, and, you know, just, I don't know, it was, yeah, I mean, I just can't even describe it. Yeah. There was one point she was working 3 jobs just to come make games up here, up at Gunnison, and so it's pretty special to see that, and I think I've definitely learned that from over the years, and it's influenced me and my little brother both.
Austin Ekeler breaks a tackle, gets a first down, still going. Austin Ekeler at the 10-5, he'll score. Touchdown Chargers.
Ekeler with just an unreal cutback play.
You know, from my entire life, my first NFL touchdown, it's a moment I'll never forget. Coach always says, you know, make your plays, and it came to me.
Austin Ekeler in the backfield with Rivers in the shotgun. Now sends him out wide. Rivers goes to Ekeler, reception made, left side, touchdown Chargers. Austin Ekeler from Phillip Rivers. Play that guitar.
So when you look at those touchdowns, they are great, but your celebrations are even greater. Have to talk about the air guitar celebration.
And Austin did the air guitar. You know, it's like, what is he doing?
I snapped him and said, yeah, that's a small town boy. Don't know what he's doing yet.
You know, see that type of emotion, it's like, oh, this guy's fired up, man. And he was.
You're not going to come, so you're not going to come. No, right? You're not going to come.
You good? I just seen you forgetting now.
Yeah, good. You want to go through your eval?
Yeah. This is my profile, huh? Look at look at them pics.
The Ekeler file.
Look at that. Look at that guy. Yeah. So tiny.
You know, typically you see somebody finish their classes online, or, you know, they go back a few years later or whatever it was, and he was so adamant about finishing his degree, and he is.
You know, no matter what you do, get that piece of paper, because, you know, your mom, your grandma are really pushing towards you to do that, you know, so I'm going to push too.
So after his freshman year, I said, hey, what kind of goals do you have, man?
There it is.
And that was the ultimate goal.
There it is.
Pretty neat deal.
There it was. You saved it, man. That's amazing. Austin Ekeler, Los Angeles Chargers. It sounds good. It sounds good. It's got a little ring to it, if you ask me. It's a special feeling, man. It's something that I'll have for my entire life. And it'll never go away. You know, I played. I made it. Got to keep going, though. Yeah.